We got Stellar Award-winning Pastor Mike Jr. in the building.
What's up, big bro? I'm in the house.
In the house. Man, I love you so much, man. He is also the founder and pastor of Rock City Church in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's right. We are Rock City.
Man, hey, Rock.
Yes, sir.
Rock, y'all got to go to church with me, bro.
Come on.
I went to church now. They were singing some contemporary gospel, man. But what's your praise and worship leader?
Bravis Cave. Bravis Cave.
Sir. I don't know where you found him.
In the backwoods of Florida.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he can do it all.
Brad, he started singing Just Another Day That the Lord Has Kept Me. Brad, I almost threw my cell phone.
They got to go to your page and look at the video. Your hands start shaking.
Pastor Mike Jr., I came out the aisle. I was in the aisle.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I had to step away from my seat. I had to get in the aisle and worship. Man, that brother, man, really blessed me that Sunday. And your brother preached that Sunday.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it was just awesome. I'm so excited. Congratulations on your #1 single. Amen.
Yes.
#1.
Yes.
That's right.
Brad. It's been streamed over 1.5 million times.
Nice.
Tell us about the song.
Man, it's just a song, man. I always ask myself, they always say, Pastor Mike, you know what to say on a song. And I think it's because I'm a pastor. I try to always speak positivity. You got enough people telling you what you can't do. I always try to speak what you can be. So in the song, we make declarations, affirmation. This going to be my year. I'm coming out. I'm staying blessed. And if you're from church, you know your response got to be,
yes,
amen. So it's a blessing song. I'm excited.
Man, listen, today we want to encourage people who may be going through a hard time in their lives. Many people are grieving and going through different things. What is the best way to overcome grief? And wait, do we have a song ready? Beyonce, we're going to play the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all get the song ready. What is the best way? Huh?
We're going to do it on the other side, though. You got a little time right here.
Okay, what is the best way to overcome grief or sadness?
Well, it's never, I always tell people that grief is what I call an uncomfortable love, because there's a place in your life where you got all this love to give, but you ain't got nowhere to put it. And so for me, man, you know this, whatever doesn't get tended will torture you. And when we avoid grief, it tends to torture us in ways we don't know. So I want to give everybody an acronym to deal with the painful moments of your life, all right? Whenever you're going through life, I want you to think Brandon. Think Brandon. B, bravely face each day even though it's hard. R, reflect on what was and what can be. A, allow yourself to heal in your time frame, not others. And navigate the pain with faith. Don't just avoid it. Face it. D, discover strength in your struggle. God did not take you through all that just to bring you through that. It's some purpose on the other side of your pain. O, open your heart to hope again. And N, know that new beginnings are ahead. So wherever you are in the world, in honor of Brandon Smiley, when you're going through, think Brandon, I can bravely face what God is getting ready to take me through and bring me out of.
Oh,
That's powerful. That's powerful.
my goodness.
Come on, y'all.
Thought I was gonna sit there and just do.
I got goosebumps, Lord.
Yeah, do an interview because Brett, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
when Brandon died, Mike Jr., Pastor Mike Jr. is the first one to come to the house because it was about 3 people here. I had just got here from Dallas, and he came running in the house, and I end up fussing at him. Well, tell him why I was fussing at him.
So I get done preaching. I walk off stage. They say, man, Brandon passed. Rickey just landed. I run out the church, don't even change clothes, Brad. I just got on a T-shirt. It's 2 degrees, I think. Soon as I come to hug him like a good uncle, he say, where your jacket at?
I fussed Brad because I was so scared that he was going to lose his voice and he was going to get sick and not be able to preach the same. And I said, I don't know why I was just so irritated that you didn't have no jacket on and then you had just got through preaching. I'm like, man, I'm trying to run to the back, trying to find, you need me to go eat? He said, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just came to check on you. I'll never forget that. I really appreciate you, man. And here it is, 2 years later.
That's right, yeah.
Now let's think about the saying. It's 2 years later. The sun is shining. The sun wasn't shining that day.
Yeah.
And give me a message that we sitting here having this conversation 2 years later.
Yeah.
The sun is shining, and it was dark, raining, and gray that day. Yeah. And here we are, giving God praise. Put that in perspective for me.
It's crazy. You're going through the roughest time of your life. You lost your son. and yet you looked at me and wanted to make sure I had a jacket on. In the Bible, there's a brother by the name of Joseph, and they hated him because of what he had on. He had on a coat. That coat represents covering. And I want to submit and suggest to you that even when you're going through your pain, you have to find a place where God is calling you to cover others. That day was rainy. If you remember, it was raining on us. It was gloomy. I opened the door. Your eyes are red. But in the midst of your pain, you still find time to look out for somebody else. And you may be going through right now, it may be difficult times. Brad knows this, the whole family knows this. There are often times where you have to put your pain to the side to be the rock for everybody else. And I want to submit and suggest to you that the season that was dark, the season that was gloomy, God's about to give you a supernatural turnaround. And it's getting ready to happen. I've lived long enough to know that the battle that most people will fight in 2025, Rick, is not people, it's not places, it's preferences. We know how to cut people off. We know how to stop going places. But the greatest challenge is preferences. How do I tell me no? How do I put me to the side? And what I believe God is doing in this season, in the midst of political turmoil, in the midst of everything going left, he's looking for people who can say, yes, I know what it feels like right now, but my turnaround coming. It's coming, and it's on the way.
You preaching.
You got to come. You got to come on the show more. If I could just get you to just come by the show and just sit down and just give a positive word like that on the mic, like you're doing right now, you're blessing so many people right now. 8 million people listening to you.
That's right.
And now tell us about the song again, because when we go to commercial break, we're gonna come out. We're gonna have you introduce the song. And how did you come up with the song? And when did you record it? How long?
I'm finna give you a funny story. I'm on tour, right? And I get to the venue too early. They say, can you just stay on the bus? I said, cool, I stay on the bus. We're on the bus, and I'm just playing music in my phone, just playing old music. I'm like you. I'm always creating.
Yeah.
It came on. I had no idea because I had my headphones on. It was playing through the loudspeaker. So I'm in there just mumbling, this gonna be my year. Amen. This gonna be the year that I break every cycle. All of a sudden, I took my headphones off. Everybody on the bus was like, I don't know what that was, but you better fix it. And we came back home and started doing it. And I'm one of those people, I don't believe you have to reinvent the wheel. Just put some 20s on it. Yeah. So growing up, they said, let the church say, amen. So we just put a new school flip on it, and we blessing people with it.
All right, y'all, we coming up. All right, y'all, we coming out. Pastor Mike Jr., listen, can you stick around? We about to play the song. Coming up next, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, I don't know what you're going through. There was a man on the 10th floor of a building. Floors 1 through 9 were engulfed in flames. He looked out the window and the fire department yelled, jump. That man eventually died in the fire because he was afraid of the problem, which was the fire, and jumping, which is the solution. Whatever you do this year, don't stay stuck. This is your year to jump and watch God catch you.
Hey, Brett, why he sat here and just told me he won 19 Stellar Awards? I'm asking him, have he ever won one? He said, oh, yeah, ain't won but 19. He said, Brett, day.
19.
Day.
He's a very subtle flex.
You're right.
Humbly.
Okay. I said, hey, have you won a Stellar Award? He said, what about it?
It's about 19. I don't. How do you humbly say 19? Like, you know, 1 plus 18.
Almost 20. Got a few of them bad.
Almost 20. 19 Stellar Awards, man. We are so proud of you. Shout out to Mayor Randall Wolf and everybody in the city. What high school you went to?
I went to Minor High School. Now, let me tell y'all a funny story.
That's probably because you couldn't get in the Woodlawn.
I couldn't get in the Woodlands. So let me tell y'all a funny story about Rick real quick. Ricky is the man in Birmingham, Alabama. We're at Central Plaza Mall. We're in Foot Locker. He's looking at some shoes. I'm a bad high school kid. I walk in and say, hey, little Daryl. He looked at me and says, hey, I don't play with other folks' children. You're going to give me some respect. So the next morning, he come on the radio station and said, I had to check a little young brother. I called into the station, and he gave it to me on the show.
That was you?
That was me.
Man, stop playing. That was you.
I promise that was me.
Why I remember that?
Yeah.
Come on, dog. I was working in Foot Locker.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I don't play with other folks' children. We ran out of Foot Locker so fast because we didn't know what to do. We just ran out of Foot Locker.
I started running after y'all and tackling y'all with y'all the band. So y'all needed a whooping.
Exactly.
Hey man, I absolutely. Then now you Now we at your church,
Exactly.
praising God, and you giving us a word, keeping us alive.
And the craziest person God used. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely.
I absolutely love you, man. I'm proud of you. Everybody in the city, minor high school, stand up, represent, man. Yes, sir. Man, we love you, man. Congratulations on everything. Let everybody know how they can follow you and how they can get the song.
Hey, follow me at Pastor Mike Jr. Download Amen wherever you get your music, or you can text Live Big to 28950. If we stay on the Billboard charts, I'm going to let Gary dress me next week, and I'm going to post it.
No, you don't want to do that,
Oh, yes, he does.
Don't do that, bro.
I'm Pastor Mike.
Yes,
you do. Hey, you don't want to lose your congregation. Don't
Change
do
your
that.
mind.
You're going to be staying with some Mary J. Blige.
Don't listen to them, Pastor Mike. They ain't nothing but the devil.
Get out right.
Very demure. Very
Now
demure.
while you can. Get out when you can.
All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley morning show coming up.